without any further ado, let's go to Joe Kambic. JJ is from Central PA. And the way I get this, I don't know, JJ, but got the itch for the blues, and I don't know how you came about the cigar box guitar. What your choice was there, but excellent choice. And I know JJ has written for the Blues Society newsletter about the cigar box guitar, CBGs. And I also know he's done, I think, some work, a video for Susquehanna folk music on cigar box guitars, and maybe a little seminar on getting started with playing. But JJ, what's the story, man?
Well, Hank, before I get started, let me say that I was introduced to you through these Thursday night virtual jams, and I really enjoy your performances. So this is a real treat.
Oh, my, very gracious. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I did 2 workshops, if I'm not mistaken, one for the Blues Society and then one for the Bosler Museum out of Carlisle. And I was introduced to cigar box guitars maybe 2.5 years ago at the Lancaster Roots and Blues Festival. They had some instrument makers, luthiers, on display there, along with some other sponsors. And the fella out of Chicoteague, Maryland, Mud Boy Guitar Works, if I'm not mistaken, had a fine display. And I heard a couple of people play as I was walking by, and I had to go volunteer. And I talked to the gentleman, and I said, you know, if you don't mind, how much longer are you going to be here? You played one with 4 strings that really excited me. I liked the sound of it. It was very bluesy. And it was a cigar box guitar that was tuned to an open G, but the middle D was actually 2 D strings, or 2 D sounding strings that were an octave apart. And from there, I asked him to custom make me one, and that's one you'll probably see in the videos tonight, the white cigar box guitar.
Wow, very interesting. So you're playing, your favorite is actually a 4-string?
Yes.
Okay, and it's G tuned. Okay.
Yep. And you might hear in one of the songs, I can't recall if I do, but you'll hear me actually hit that higher G note. I'm sorry, higher D note in the middle, which I've come to like the sound of. And it's taking some practice to actually find that note, because they're really close together.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. Is there in your tuning? I know I have a cigar box guitar, and it's just G D G, and so do you have a B note? A B?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't want to make it too complicated.
No, I totally understand. Well, the first song I see is a Kentucky Bourbon Sky. Is that an original?
Yes, it is. It was originally, while I was starting to work on it, Kentucky Bourbon Tree. And it was a story about, it started out with a father telling his son, you know, how he'll see him on the by and by, but he's got to go to Kentucky and find this tree, ultimately to lay underneath it and die. And then the son grows up a bit, tells his mom he's leaving home to look for a Kentucky Bourbon Tree. And then, of course, as any guy in his late teens, early 20s, discovers a woman. And then it's her that he tells that he's going to find his dad's Kentucky Bourbon Tree. But the more I played around with it, I just thought it would be more popular and sound better if it was entitled Kentucky Bourbon Sky. So I'm still working on that, and I'll put some words to it. And the reason that I did it as an instrumental, my fiercest and best critic, my wife, liked that melody. So I included it for her.
Well, let's go to Kentucky Bourbon Sky.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
So I see the next one, higher elevation. Who's that by? Did you write that also?
No, I didn't. Back in the 70s, when in the off season, I was a house painter. Also did some commercial work. And in the off season, I worked in a restaurant. It was a fern restaurant called Rick's Cafe. And one of the waitresses there knew that I played piano and knew this fella named Dane Gazowski that was looking for someone to sit in, play some backup on a couple of his songs. He was doing a demo tape. So I went in, and thankfully, Dane made a recording of the 5 songs he worked on that day, and also recorded one of my originals, which you'll hear later in this program, called Waiting for the Light to Change. And about a year and a half ago, I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great to look him up and see, if he pursued his career? And unfortunately, and sadly, he died in 2009 at a very young age. And it was interesting last week, I believe it was, Rocky was talking about and playing some songs of fellas that he admired. And I thought, how appropriate. So I definitely wanted to include this, one of Dane's songs, Higher Elevations.
Oh, very good. Yeah, that's always a good idea to go to your roots. So, all right, we have a higher elevation.
Call me when you want me, just like all the rest. Tell you that I want you to without thinking about what's best. And though the morning could find you 1,000 miles west, tonight the moon is riding shadows across your breast. It was written in the sky when I traveled on still wings. Now it's written here in the song as I travel on still strings. Till I bear any pain, wear proudly any scars, for just a chance to spend one more moment where you are. Snow's begun to fall, higher elevations. Who knows, but maybe this time I'll get into the temptation. Run out and find you where you're living on the coast. Give myself one last chance to exercise your clothes. 1,000 miles west. Right there, the moon will be riding shadows across your breast, across your breast, across your breast.
Nice.
Thank you. And
Good
thanks,
job on
Dave.
that. Yeah, that is a nicely well-written song. I like that. So,
You know what, Hank? I'm watching me in these videos and I think I've come up with a stage name.
oh,
Deadpan Joe. There's no expression on my face.
well, JJ, I don't know, but as sometimes that comes, you find your space where you need to be. So
Yeah.
they're fun to watch. So, how long ago did you make this?
Probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no kidding. They're very,
Yeah.
very fresh.
Yeah.
They sound great.
Thank you.
Good sound. So, what do we have next? I see Title Claims Blues.
Yes, I work for a title insurance company here in Lancaster called Conestoga Title Insurance, and we have day-and-a-half seminars and have had them for decades where we educate both our title agents and the attorneys who sell our product to the home buyers and to the lenders. And maybe 2 years ago, we were fortunate to bring up an Erie native up from Florida, an attorney, to work in our underwriting department, and he's a musician. And he and I had talked for about a year or so about, putting some songs together. And finally, we worked on this one, Title Claim Blues. And it's the lighter side of working in the industry. So hopefully people will understand some of the jokes that are in there and get to chuckle.
When I saw the title of the next one, I was like, Title Claims Blues. That's interesting. Okay,
All right.
let's see it.
Claims, they ain't nothing but the blues. Borrower's wife swears she never signed. Can't find the witnesses, the trial is nigh. Borrower's wife swears she never signed. Can't find the witnesses, well, the trial is nigh. Auditor warned me, keep the IDs on file. I used to do that, but it has been a while. Auditor warned me, keep the IDs on file. I used to do that, but it has been a while. The prior lender is foreclosing now. How can they do that? I paid that he locked down. The prior lender is foreclosing now. Now wait a minute. How can they do that? I paid the he locked down. Auditor told me best get that release, but I didn't listen. Well, now I'm losing sleep. Auditor told me best get that release, but I didn't listen. Well, now I'm losing sleep. Claims, 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 they ain't nothing but the blues. Claims, claims, it's a shame they ain't nothing but the auditor told me funds must be separate, but it's all in one account. My bad, I must admit. Auditor told me funds must be separate, but it's all in one account. My bad, I must admit. I bought my boat with their mortgage payoff. Now I'm up Schitt's Creek on a permanent layoff. I bought my boat with their mortgage payoff. Now I'm up Schitt's Creek on a permanent layoff. The mortgage was filed before the deed. I should have been careful, but I paid it no heed. The mortgage was filed just before the deed. I should have been careful, but I paid it no heed. Underwriter said to keep filings in order, but I never listened. Now I'm south of the border. Underwriter said to keep the filings in order, but I never listened. Now I'm way down in Tijuana town. Claims, 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 they ain't nothing but the blues. Claims, claims, it's a shame they ain't nothing but the blues. Claims, 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 they ain't nothing but the blues. Claims, claims, it's a shame they ain't nothing but the blues. Claims, 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 they ain't nothing but the blues. Claims, claims, it's a shame they ain't nothing but the blues.
Oh, nice, nice.
Thanks, Hank.
Nice little jam going on there.
Yeah, they're good musicians. That was Eric singing.
Oh, okay.
That's my coworker.
Sounded good. It's good to put the words to the music like that and see how it comes out. I could almost hear, maybe you ought to send that to ZZ Top or something. They could hear some good stuff. So I see next is the Walking Blues.
Yeah, it's a traditional song. Hopefully you'll like it. Hopefully.
Okay. It's one of my favorite songs, so I'm sure it will.
Well, I hope I don't disappoint you.
No, never, never.
People tell me these blues ain't bad, the worst of feeling that I ever had. Some people, they tell me the walking blues ain't bad. The worst of feeling I ever had. Woke up up this morning feeling brown for my shoes. Tell by that I got this walking blue. Well, I woke up this morning feeling for my shoes. But tell by that I got them walking blue. Took off this morning, headed for the blinds. I've been mistreated and I don't mind dying. Well, I took off this morning, I headed for the blinds. I've been mistreated, I don't mind dying.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
I love it. Song that never fails. That's great. Great rendition. I like
Thank you.
you're taking that.
Oh,
So I see we got one more. Another, that one, Walking Blues, I don't know, did Robert Johnson write that or?
I think he did. I think he did. And I think that's why I wanted to learn it, because it was one of his songs. Yes.
And your next one, Come Into My Kitchen.
Actually, there's an original. Do you see it, Waiting for the Light to Change?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yep.
That's the song that was recorded in the studio in Denver, Colorado back in the 70s. And I can now look back on this and laugh, but at the time it was the most depressing period of my life. And as Sunhouse said, the blues is between a man and a woman. And what happened in 76 confirmed that for me. I went with her, my girlfriend, to Hawaii, or the romantic island of Hawaii, for her roommate's wedding. And while we were there, she told me she was leaving me. And I'm stuck on this trip with her for another week. And then it gets a little bit better, because on that long plane ride back, the movie that they played was The Way We Were.
Oh, my gosh.
So decades later, when I asked her if she would like to hear the song that I wrote, she informed me that she was partially deaf. And it's karma, baby.
Oh my gosh.
But it's a song about a guy that's really depressed about a breakup with a girl. And he was hoping that his life will change. But of course, anybody could talk about a life to change. So I made it light to change. So hope everybody likes it. And by the way, the other thing is, this is on piano. Back then I played piano.
Oh, okay. I love it.
Cool.
Let's hear what this sounds like.
Stop looking back, where the hell you're but your light ain't never ever gonna change.
Wow, JJ, what a sad song to end on.
I know. Hey, but it's decades later and I can smile about it. So thank you
Well,
so much, Hank.
that's good, man. I loved the piano. I loved your voice in that. That was really good.
Thank you.
Really good. Again, JJ, Joe Kambic, check out any info on CBGs, cigar box guitars, on making them or playing them. Amplifiers, I would imagine just about everything.
You got it.
Check out JJ's website. So